Play that open.
Good morning. Wow, that was very. There's no fade out on that one.
You can't fade that out. It's illegal.
Good morning. I'm streaming at class. Hi, Mother. We were
Hey,
quite certain you'd be right on the spot. Good job. My computer is being used for something else, so we had a 15-second opening of Maz's favorite song from Maz's favorite band, from Maz's favorite singer. Wow. Thank you, Major. Thank you, One Small Day. Thank you, Ultravox. And if none of that means anything to you, welcome to my world.
Well, you've seen him. You took me to see him for my birthday.
Yes.
Bless you.
Okay. Bless me indeed. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm pretty well too, thanks. So, Gratitude Tuesday, or as my mother and Sandra think, Gratituesday. Which sounds like ratatouille to me. But anyway, this is kind of a weird gratitude post because it's gratitude at the expense of other people, which feels like a funny way to be grateful, but I also think there is a lesson in it. So I have 3 people in my life who are very, very, very peripheral to my life. In 2 of the 3 instances, I don't even know the spouse of the person in my life. So that's how peripheral they are to me. But all 3 of them are getting divorced after 15 plus years. In some cases, they have children as old as Quinn, so 25-ish years. And I didn't know about any of these divorces until I came across them on Facebook, all very, very recently. And the thing that I have thought about all 3 of them as they have kind of become clear to me what's happening in these relationships is you have to, and this isn't a criticism of them. I don't have any idea what's caused their marital breakdown. So this is purely about us. They're just the prompt to the conversation. You have to tend to your marriage. You have to tend to your relationships constantly, even when they're good, even when they seem perfect, even when you wake up filled with gratitude that the person in bed next to you or across the table from you or in the car with you or wherever you have this thought, even when that person is in a astonishing place and you are happy and joyfully partnered with this person, you have to tend to that relationship. Because if you don't, even great relationships fall apart.
Yeah, you end up being a stranger to each other.
Yeah. You know, it doesn't take a relationship expert to look at us and think, gosh, they seem good. We are good. We're extremely good. But we still work on things. We still have disagreements. We still have challenging moments where we work through them. If you read a post I wrote while I was on my retreat called Disrupting the Money Conversation, I think, you know that we had a pretty fraught conversation that lasted hours. And what was interesting about it is that it was the first time that we've had a difficult money conversation since Maz got sober.
Yeah, I suppose it was.
That went this way and didn't just blow up. It went this way and then this way and then this way and then this way and then this way.
That was a lot of fun.
And then we evened it out by
But the point of that was we were still both listening to each other.
And we were invested in it.
Yeah.
Not just because it was about money, but because we have collectively decided that we are committed to investing in ourselves in each other and in our relationship. But it's a daily decision. Daily. And I don't mean like I wake up every day and think, is this the day I leave Mass? I don't think that.
Well,
But
thank God for that.
but it is the decision to do the work here versus sort of getting lulled away by something that seems shiny. This is kind of off topic, but I think it's really interesting and disheartening that we're putting money and time and resources into, say, for instance, being able to populate another planet versus putting time and money and resources into fixing the one we have, saving the one we have. How can we possibly be so bored with our relationship with Earth that it makes more sense to say, well, this one's effed. Let's find the next planet. Are you kidding me? Find the next planet? At its most base, setting aside the emotional investment, setting aside the history, the ups and the downs that we have, for me personally, the idea of just walking away from this and saying, I want somebody new. I want somebody shiny who makes me excited. Guess what? I don't want to shave my legs that well. You know how you shave your legs really well at the beginning of a new relationship?
Oh, I remember that.
That was said way too soon, Dr. Manning.
I was politely agreeing with you.
Nope, way too soon. And you have on all the right makeup and you seemingly are perfect all the time and you wear your best clothes and you're sparkly. I don't want to go back to that. That's exhausting. That's exhausting. And there's...
Yeah, we just keep that for Sundays. Won't we? It's Sunday dress-up day. That's what we have in this house.
No, we do not. But there's something so outstanding and real and maybe a little bit sad, but something so real when you can put that facade of perfection down and be who you really are with this person.
Right. Yeah, we do that. We manage to do that.
So that's the gratitude, is that I looked at those 3 relationships. Again, I don't know any details around them. And rather than looking at them and thinking, oh, wow, they get the chance now to start all over with a fresh slate. Oh my gosh.
It's weird that, there's all those adages in misery loves company, or, you're never alone in depression or anything like that. But it's a weird thing to be grateful for, that you're not in the same place as someone else. And it, weirdly, for me, and I've talked to other people about this, it's kind of how AA works. It's depressing, it's sad, it's also motivating in a very peculiar way, because you talk to people and you think, wow, my rock bottom was almost an average day for you.
Yeah.
And that just inspires me to keep going. And it's not just me, it inspires a lot of people to keep going. So this whole idea of, well, I'm glad that we're not getting divorced because we know people who are, when you think about it, it's not that weird.
Well, I think that as with so many things, you can feel empathy for the couples going through it, and maybe they're all 3 so ecstatic to be getting divorced that I'm wasting my energy looking at them and thinking, oh, I'm sorry for you. But because I don't know, that was my first instinct. You can feel empathy and sympathy for someone else and also use it as a reminder to be grateful of where you are, and as a motivation to keep doing the work. It's work. All relationships are work. Think back to your best friend from college. So I'm thinking about my best friend from college. We practically lived together, despite the fact that we never lived together. We were together all the time. She was at the birth of my child. She saw him before I did. We breathed the same air. Well, we're still close, But we can go months and not talk. We can, she is not my best friend. I am not her best friend anymore. We have this incredibly deep history. And we know that we can count on each other if we need it. But we have not done the work in these 25 years of maintaining the level of intimacy that that relationship once had. And not for any reason. She moved off. She had other experiences. I had Quinn. I had other experiences. Our lives went this way because they naturally went that way. We didn't have a falling out. I can talk to her today and we can be right back where we were. But that's not our day-to-day because we didn't tend to that relationship. So it's not just your marital or your partnered relationship. It's any relationship needs to be fostered and cultivated and tended to. So figure out the relationships that you need to put a little more time and energy into. And by the exact same token, figure out the relationships that you feel guilty about not tending to, and really honestly determine if they need tending or if they need to take a different position in your life. You can't possibly maintain that level of intimacy with everyone you pick up along your life's journey. It's not possible. You can't stay close to your elementary best friend, junior high best friend, high school best friend, college best friend, workplace best friend, marriage, child. You can't do it. They take a lot of energy, even when they're good. So it's okay to let them go. It's okay to be grateful for the role they played in a specific time in your life and to set them aside. And then, you pick them up as someone comes across your path, but you don't actively mourn it. It's too much work. And you need to be putting that work into the current relationships that you've chosen to tend to. So, anything else from you, Dr. Mary?
No, that's it.
All right. Do some relationship gardening today. It's the perfect time of year to decide what are you going to cultivate to carry you through winter, and what relationships are you going to let die? What are your perennials and what are your annual relationships, and what do you need to do to tend to the ones that you want to make it to next spring? So, enjoy the day. Have a great, great Tuesday, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you
Bye.
tomorrow.